Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey, guys. Happy New Year. And actually, we are today doing some more work on this Panasonic AU65 M2 video deck recorder. And so got everything up to the point where it plays back. Everything's working fine. Got the power supply and everything done on this unit now. Now it's getting full power. No more error codes. Timing, control track, everything is all working good. Now we come to the trouble of why this thing is having recording issues, and we now know why. As you can see, I've got video looping through the recorder now, okay, in the play record position. And as you can see, the video is jumpy, it's not holding consistency, and that's due to poor connections. That means whoever was using this deck during its time, they were plugging things in the wrong positions, and looks like they did they fried out some components on this back panel. This back panel is located right here. This is your back panel where all your connections connect. All right. And I was doing an SVHS input component and a regular composite video record in. And we definitely have a bad card, which is the connection component card in the back. This has a lot of micro ICs on the unit. Ain't something I could actually repair. I do need to get a junk machine that I can take its back panel off. But this back panel has a short in it due to the fact whoever was connecting the inputs did them wrong and ended up shorting out maybe some ICs or maybe some resistors. These things are micro, very, 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 very tiny, so it's not anything I ever mess with. If you ever have to do micro repairs, you usually just swap out the entire board, which is what we'll have to do in this situation. But as far as just a playback unit in regular composite, it plays back beautifully. But the actual component and composite inputs for recording, the card has a issue. The back card is not holding its video signal coming into the unit from the inputs. So, and it's doing it on component and it's doing it on composite. So that shows you right there, it's the card that's causing this. So it's the back card that's actually causing the input recording problems on this unit. They did have it marked that they couldn't get proper video inputs or whatever, and it also had it marked on the back. You could see that they didn't know what they were doing. They had it physically marked things separately because they were causing problems, and they actually shorted out this card in the component inputs, it looks like. So the component recording area seems to be screwed up on this card in the back. But as far as playback, the composite's working fine. I don't know about the component playback yet. I haven't checked that out yet. But as far as composite, we are getting regular composite playback like normal. It's working good. But we definitely do have a card problem in the back. So I don't know. I do have a customer sending me some equipment, and I might have some junk M2s on there I can grab a card off of. But that card cannot be repaired. So making a recording, which is what I was trying to do today, I mean, I can get it to record all this mess, but it's not holding a stable picture. So it shows you that we have the input card in the back has been screwed up due to people who did not know how to use this machine. Whoever was plugging the component and composite inputs and stuff, like especially with the component, you get these wrong, you could short it out very easily. I mean, you got to make sure you get the component red, blue, and green correctly on the inputs and outputs. And since they didn't mess up the composite playback output, shows you that they screwed it up in the component inputs is where they screwed up this card. So whoever was using this deck screwed up the input component, output components on the component inputs and outputs. So that's not good. But we do have composite playback on regular composite video. That does work. But the component inputs do not, or outputs. So it looks like they really screwed up this card on the back of this deck. You could tell. I mean, if you look at the video looping through the unit, you're not getting any proper video input at all. So recording with this deck, it's messed up. Definitely, there's definitely a problem with this card. And I take that back. Even composite record is not working right. So that shows you this card has got some circuitry issue problems that from improper connections. But we do have regular playback out, which is all anybody but is probably going to use this deck for anyways. It's just to play videotape. So the composite does work fine, but the components and the component ins and outs and composites on this end of the card is definitely got shorting problems. So this card is going to have to be replaced, but that's basically what's causing it. It doesn't seem to be any of the cards up here. It seems to be the back card in the back of the unit. So anyways, we'll let the owner know. And I do have some equipment coming with some M2s that I was recently told about. So we might be able to just grab some parts off of those scrap machines. He's got several of them, I believe, which they're going to ship to me on a pallet with some other bigger equipment. So maybe we'll just sit on this deck for a little while until I get the actual card so I can make it fully workable. But as far as recording, yeah, it definitely has a big issue. The back card is definitely no good, and I think the engineers did know that. So I hope you enjoy this video.